Oh, I remember that.
We started to swim with these packs on our back.
Yes.
They were enormously heavy.
Yeah.
And you started to sink.
Do you remember those are shark-infested waters?
Shark-infested waters, that's no problem for us. We'll just swim to shore.
Love in the Afternoon is brought to you by Sears. There's no telling what you'll discover at Sears. And watch Luke and Laura 25, Something Old, Something New, Friday, November 24th at 7 on SoapNet.
Nope. Come on, Spanky. You know that I wouldn't ask if there was any other way.
A woman should not have to watch her husband marry another woman in her own home.
Tracy, Laura is going to slip back into that black pit in a matter of weeks, maybe even days. The only gift that I can give her is this remarriage. Why can't you understand that?
I understand this. I'm your wife. Ergo, Laura can't be.
Sonny lives to make trouble for me and Jax. He'll do anything to get a reaction.
This is not just about what Sonny had to say. I adore you, Carly. I really do.
Good. I adore you too. And your son.
And as much as I would like to see you be a permanent part of Jax's life, I honestly think this marriage is a mistake.
Since Mr. Corinthos is not cooperating with the authorities, I'm going to need to ask you a few questions about any dealings you've had with Jason Morgan. You'll have to excuse us, Mr.
Who? Me?
Mr. Spinelli is of no use to your investigation. He's my computer technician. I expect you to have those systems up and running by the end of the week.
What system? I mean, yeah. Sure. No problem.
You used him to fabricate the evidence on the flash drive?
I assure you, he's the best in his field.
And what would that be exactly? Sampling illegal substances?
He's one of the top hackers in the country. His work is virtually untraceable.
Well, it better be. Because if this thing goes wrong, it compromises both of us.
We have proof that the student of yours is working for Lorenzo Alcazar.
He's a sophomore in college, not a gangster. Your guy over there must have gotten it wrong.
I don't get things wrong. If you want to keep this kid alive, give me his name.
I don't give out personal information on my students. Sorry, faculty policy.
Stan, can you give us a minute?
I was never here.
One more time. What's his name?
Go to hell.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, hey, no. No. Weren't you the one begging me to go after Jax?
It's true, I did.
Yeah. Why go to all that trouble? Sending me a fake postcard, making up some story about a gold digger, and convincing me to travel halfway around the world if you didn't want me with your son.
I do want you with Jax. Just why rush into this wedding?
Mom, are you going to do this every time I try to marry someone?
Take an objective look at the situation. Now, the woman you are about to marry is staying in the home of her ex-husband.
Yeah, the reason for...
Because Alexis is sick with cancer, and Jax agreed to it.
I know Alexis is battling cancer, so you moved in with Sonny to help care for her children.
I'm doing Sonny a favor.
Yes.
That is all.
A favor that a woman would only do for a man with whom she shares a deep and lasting bond.
And because we have 2 children together.
And he calls on you for help, and I'm sure you do the same.
Yes, I do. And you know what? That has absolutely nothing to do with how I feel for Jax.
Now, supposing the situation was reversed. Supposing Jax moved in with Sky, say, or Brenda. I mean, as a favor, of course. How would you feel about that?
Our marriage may have been the result of a drunken escapade, but it is legally binding, unlike the union you are about to enter into.
So what are you going to do? Have the FBI standing there at the altar to drag me away?
Okay, so maybe our union wasn't made in heaven, maybe our love wasn't written on the wind, but it has meaning to me.
This little arrangement, as complicated as it is something that we both had plenty of opportunities to end, and we haven't. There's a reason for that.
I know mine. What's yours?
I love you, Tracy. I do. Yeah, in the beginning, this was a financial gamble, and then it was a joke. But it's become very important to me. I like being your husband. What's the harm in giving Laura her last wish? In trying to make what little time she has here happy?
You know, it took you years to make your peace with what happened to Laura. Do you think standing up and pledging your everlasting love again is going to make it easy to let her go?
I'll face that when it happens.
Okay, what about her kids? What happens when they find out that it's only temporary and that you knew all along?
You haven't said anything since we left the house. You all right?
I just froze.
What?
With Mom. She asked us to tell her the truth about everything going on in our lives, and I couldn't do it.
Lulu.
You were able to admit every mistake that you've ever made. Taking pills and sleeping with Maxie, and all I could do was just stand there.
Mom. She's a lot stronger than you realize. She can handle the truth. Mom's not gonna judge you for having an abortion. She loves you.
Well, she's got a lot to deal with right now. And so do you. You know, I really hope that you're able to work things out with Elizabeth. Lucky, you deserve the life that you've always dreamed of.
I did have it.
Hey, don't doubt Elizabeth. I have a feeling that she's gonna come around.
You know what? I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get Elizabeth back.
I would never do anything to endanger either one of my children.
Elizabeth, this hospital was overrun with police who had instructions to take Jason down by any means necessary. The moment you chose to help him, you put yourself and your child in jeopardy.
Why don't you just say it? Tell me you're mad because I slept with Jason.
No, I'm in no position to judge you. I mean, I'm far from perfect. And so is Lucky. He threw away his marriage to support his drug habit, had an affair with Maxie. I can't blame you for turning to Jason. It's just...
Well, I hope you mean that. Because Lucky can never know about any of this. If he finds out that I was with Jason, it could ruin any progress he's made in rehab.
Listen, nothing would send Lucky spiraling out of control faster than you losing this child. If you can't stay away from Jason, you could lose everything.
Why would Alcazar trust some kid to do his computer programming? Think about it, Jason. This guy, he's innocent. He's telling the truth.
It doesn't matter. He knows too much.
So he's not involved in any of this. He's innocent. He won't say anything if you tell him not to, right?
Yeah, as convincing as your performance was, good cop, bad cop won't work for me.
Last chance.
I've got nothing to say.
You know what?
No, don't. This guy's telling the truth. Stan made a mistake. It's possible. Please. Come on, Jason, I'm begging you.
Put this on. This had better work.
Spinelli is the last person anyone would ever suspect of working for me. He's fast, he's efficient, and like I said, his work is virtually untraceable.
There's a lot riding on that flash drive, Alcazar. If the evidence that Spinelli fabricated won't hold up in court, then Jason and Sam both walk.
The idea is to kill them before they ever make it to trial.
There's no guarantee to that.
Aren't Morgan and his girlfriend listed as armed and dangerous?
You can't expect every officer on the PCPD to shoot first and ask questions later. And if this goes to trial, I am not going to pin my case on the work of some campus slacker, especially since he's seen the two of us together and he can link us.
Look, all he knows is that you came by to question me regarding some police matter.
Well, dare I say, maybe he's smarter than he looks.
Drink?
No, thank you.
When Spinelli dummied up those files, all he had were numbers and addresses, no names. He had no idea who was being set up.
Well, even if you could guarantee that he's going to keep his mouth shut, that evidence has to be convincing enough to persuade a judge and a jury.
Why are you obsessing over leaving?
I'm just trying to cover my bases here, Alcazar. If your plan should fail, I want some assurance that I'm going to be protected.
Or maybe you're worried your wife's going to find out you put a hit out on her daughter.
This has nothing to do with Alexis.
But it has everything to do with Sonny. I don't think he's going to forgive you for killing Jason, Rick. You know what? It's too late to back out. You set this in motion. Morgan better wind up dead.
So much for goodwill.
But we're gonna need a head start, so as soon as we're gone, you can use this knife to untie yourself.
What am I supposed to thank you?
I really am sorry that you got caught up in all this.
Look, if you want to clear your name, why don't you turn yourself into the police and let them sort this out?
That's not an option.
No, the DA is trying to frame me. If I turn myself in, he'll make sure that I'll never get released, okay?
Yeah, well, if you don't, your boyfriend here is going to get you gunned down in the street.
Like I said, I am sorry about this.
Hey. Kidding me.
Okay, let's forget about me for a minute and think about Sam. She's your cousin, Nicholas. Have you thought about what it'll cost her if she ends up in prison? What it's gonna do to Molly and Christina?
Look, first, Sam's been caught up in Jason's life for years. Okay, I've asked her to stay away from him for her sister's sake, but she refuses. If she wants to get shot while running from the police, that's her business. I can't help her.
But Rick is framing Sam to get to Jason. Now, you may be willing to sit back and let that happen, but I'm not.
Are you trying to help Sam because you feel like it's the right thing to do? Or because you feel like you have something to prove to Jason?
The change, Mike.
Hey, be careful flashing that much money around. You end up in the wrong place, you're asking for trouble.
Well, see, I work for my father now, so anyone stupid enough to mess with me just get in a little bit of trouble.
Well, if he's any kind of father, he'll do everything in his power to keep you out of the business.
That's cute. I'll tell you what, Mike. How about you worry about helping your own son? He's gonna need it.
Watch it.
Wait, hold on. Let me, I'll buy you a cup of coffee. How's that? We can make up for it.
I'm not drinking caffeine.
Why is that?
It's not like you're really pregnant, right?
Excuse me, I am carrying Lucky's child, and if you don't believe me, I have proof. It's on record at the hospital.
Oh, right. Record at the hospital. Is that why you were pounding back bottles of beer and trying to sleep with me at the party?
I was obviously having a bad night.
No. You were desperate. Yeah, just like you were faking the pregnancy to trap Lucky or trying to OD. That didn't work either, huh? Unfortunately for you, Maxie, Lucky wants his wife back.
We'll see.
Come on, pick it up. Spinelli, this is Professor Marquez. I need to talk to you now. Meet me at Kelly's.
If Jax were forced to move in with Brenda for whatever reason, I'd hate it.
You see my point?
I would be insanely jealous. Because I don't trust Brenda as far as I can throw her. But I do trust you. So no matter what happens with Sonny, it's not going to change how I feel about Jax because I love him and I want to marry him.
Your ex-husband is not ready to let you go. Now, you've already admitted that he is determined to get in between you and Jax. Now that you're living under the same roof, you're going to run into him at all hours of the night and day.
in the least, Jane.
Look, it doesn't matter what I think. Can you honestly tell me That it's not going to wear on you? That Carly cannot cut this man out of her life?
Sonny is the father of her children. I'm not going to tell her to keep the boys away from him.
Yes, well, he will continue to interfere with the two of you even after you're married. Now, sooner or later, you're going to get fed up. And are you going to wait for your love to deteriorate into quarrels and fighting and mistrust? I mean, maybe it's better just to end it now.
Why, just give up, huh?
No, give in. Admit that this relationship isn't going to work. Unless you can honestly say that you can see a future without Sonny in it.
Hey, Mom. Morgan had a bad dream, and he wants you up here.
Okay.
Go, it's fine.
Tell me I'm wrong about this.
I wish I could.
Don't her children deserve to know the truth about her condition?
What good is that going to do anybody?
Why did you bring her back when you knew it was only temporary?
Because I knew that she would want to spend whatever time was possible with the people who love her, especially her kids. And I decided that this is exactly what the kids need the most.
Maybe what they need the most is time. To prepare, time to say goodbye before she slips away again.
And what's the point in bringing her back if the whole time she's here, she's saying goodbye, and the kids are just standing around grieving, expecting the worst?
Okay, Luke. Why don't you be honest with yourself, if not me and my father and your children? You agreed to this treatment because you wanted Laura back, no matter who it hurts. Why don't you admit it? You would have done anything to have one more day to look adoringly in Laura's eyes and have her look back.
No, I'm not lying to you, Tracy. We've got a few short weeks. It's not enough time, not even close. But this brief time is important to my kids. This is a gift to my kids.
It's a gift that's going to get taken away, Luke.
What's wrong? What, is Mom okay?
Dr. Lee wanted you to fill that out. It's some medical history for the baby's chart.
How is everything?
Well, my morning sickness isn't really fun. Neither is giving up junk food, but I'm trying to do what's best for her baby. You know, eat right, get a lot of sleep so we can bring a healthy baby home from the hospital.
What are you doing here?
Lucky and I are having a child together. There are a few things we need to handle.
You know what? That should do it. Dr. Lee wanted my medical history. Would you let me know if she needs anything else?
You know, we're gonna have to learn to get along with each other for our children's sake.
Oh, but I have nothing to say to you.
That's fine. You can just listen. Last week, Mac gave me a book of baby names, and I know it's gonna be a few months before we figure out if our baby is a boy, but if it is, I really want to name him Lucas Lorenzo Spencer III.
Matt, I promised you that I would be there for this baby.
Lucky, I know
will.
how important family is to you, and I'm just trying to honor that.
You know what? You must realize that if Elizabeth and I have a son, I would like to use that name.
Wait, so what are you saying, that your baby with Elizabeth is more important than mine?
Carly is a wonderful woman who truly cares for you. But there's a piece of her heart that will forever belong to Sonny. And you deserve someone who can love you from the depths of their being. I'm afraid Carly's simply not capable of that.
Look, Carly's already given me more than I could ever ask for. And I really don't believe that she's going to leave me and go back to Sonny.
Well, I hope you're right. I don't think you can take another broken heart.
I'll be fine, okay? Talk to you later.
Who's your mother?
She left.
So do you think she's right?
Well, it depends. Can you promise me that Sonny's not always going to be in the middle of our marriage?
My bad. Missed your call. Leave a message. I'll do what I can.
Find Spinelli and bring him here now.
That can't be him.
What's up, Teach? You tell me. Heard you've been busy.
Oh, totally. There's this new level of street killer.
I'm referring to a little project you did for Lorenzo Alcazar. It got traced back to my computer. What the hell are you doing working for a gangster?
My cyber services are in high demand. Dude, if the price is right, I can't refuse.
Do you have any idea how much danger you're in?
Nada. This guy is like the godfather. I'm like fully under his protection.
Now you listen to me. This ends now.
All right, no worries, man. I'll stay off your computer for any future transactions.
No. You need to stay away from Lorenzo Alcazar before you get yourself killed.
Sorry. No can do. The dude pays cash, like a ton of it.
Don't you understand? These people are serious.
So am I. About making some major dinero. God, relax, Teach. I'm untouchable. Later.
Hey. Hi.
How you doing?
Good. Better, now that I found you. In case you haven't noticed, Lucky is trying to get on with his life. The last thing he needs is more stress.
Like I do?
So go.
I'm carrying Lucky's child. I have as much right to be here as you do.
Elizabeth is my wife.
Soon to be ex-wife. She's divorcing you, remember?
Maxie, I've made some terrible mistakes, but I'm never gonna stop making it up to Elizabeth.
No, don't call this baby a mistake. It might not be planned,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean it's unwanted.
Don't twist around what I'm saying.
Why are you acting like this?
Because I'm trying to be honest with you, Maxie. If you want me to be a part of this baby's life, you have to accept that my family is with Elizabeth.
No, Lucky, I know you, and you would never choose one of your children over the other unless she hadn't forced you. I can't believe you would make him do this.
I'm sorry, you don't deserve that.
Don't worry about it. But you know, it's not fair to favor my baby over hers. Because every child deserves to be equally loved and valued by its parents.
You're amazing, you know that?
Easy, dude. What's your damage? Ow.
Whoa. All right, sorry. You can get a little rough.
Apology accepted. Bodacious one. Ow, don't, chill, bro. Don't get aggro. I was just complimenting the lady on her.
You helped Lorenzo Alcazar frame her.
That's bogus, dude. I don't even know.
You loaded a bunch of fake transactions onto a flash drive, and you're gonna tell me exactly how you did it right now.
Dude, seriously, I don't know what you're talking about. Transactions aren't my thing. I'm strictly into Zen, you know? No possessions, living simply, all that stuff.
Okay, maybe we're wrong about this guy. He doesn't look like a computer genius. I mean, look at
Whoa,
this.
hey, your body's hot, but your knowledge is lacking. I'm the Jackal, assassin of cyberspace.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, you don't look like much to me.
I was just explaining the finer points of etiquette to your father. I repeat, dear, it is in poor taste to marry another woman in my home.
Spanky, we've been through this 100 times. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to lift a finger. I'll take care of it all. You don't even have to be here.
Really?
Hmm.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Tracy's never gonna make it through the wedding. I think you should tell Mom the truth.
Lulu, the truth is, Tracy and I are already divorced. She's just having a little trouble accepting that.
Well, what if she tells Mom that you guys were married?
Don't worry about all that. I'll handle Tracy. You've been waiting for your mother to be here so you could talk to her. That's all you need to think about. Go see her. Spend time with her. Don't wait. Don't miss this opportunity.
You know, I can see why your mother would have doubts because she was forced to sit here while Sonny did a whole number on her. But you know better than to buy into this. We both said that Sonny couldn't come between us no matter how much he tried.
Yeah. In theory. In theory is one thing, but living with the actual reality, that's another. I mean, the truth is, Sonny will always exploit the fact that he's the father of your children, okay? Michael and Morgan are his way in.
You're acting like he has a foot in the door, and I'm not going to be able to resist. Sonny doesn't have that control over me anymore,
What are we supposed
Jax.
to do? Just turn Sonny away the next time he asks for help?
That's exactly what Sonny wants. It's exactly what he wants. We're second-guessing our future. You're playing right into his hands.
Well, Sonny is he's a real issue between us, right? And we should talk about it. We should discuss
No,
it.
I love you, okay? I love you. And I want to spend my life with you now. If you don't want that anymore, I need to know.
We should rethink the wedding. You know, planning a big wedding is like an open invitation for Sonny to interfere. You know, there are too many people, too many chances for him to ruin our
So what? Let him try. We can handle anything he pulls.
Well, why should we have to? This is our wedding day. This is not a test to see if we can outsmart Sonny.
Okay, so what do you want to do? You want to call the whole thing off? You want your ring back? You want to act like you never proposed to me? Is that what you want?
No. I don't want anyone, especially Sonny, getting in the way of us spending the rest of our lives together. Okay? I do want to marry you. I do. Just not like this.
Then how?
Well, why do we need to have a big ceremony? We could just go away together, you and I.
You want to elope?
You know, if we left tonight, then we could be on our honeymoon this time tomorrow.
Hey.
Hey.
Leaving already?
Well, yeah, I'm bringing some stuff to my old room at my grandma's, at my current room at my parents' house.
How's your mom?
She's good. That whole secret, you know, she actually remembered that she killed her stepfather on accident, and I don't know, the doctors thought it would make her flip out, but she handled it, and I think she's stronger than a lot of people think.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
I mean, that means you can, be honest with her, tell her the truth.
Limited honesty. I don't think my mom's ready to handle everything.
Yeah, you haven't told her about you.
Well, I know that it makes me sound like a coward, but I'm not the only person.
No.
My dad didn't tell her that he was married to your mom, so...
Wait, what? Was married? That's past tense.
Yeah, they got divorced in the Dominican Republic. My dad just told me.
Okay, does my mom know?
She must.
Because she's talking about it like they're still married. Or she's in denial.
Well, she still loves him.
Yeah, I know.
It's just hard when you love someone and they love someone else. Well, let's look on the bright side. At least we're not step-siblings, so maybe that lessens the ick factor of all the bad stuff that happened.
I don't know. I don't think it was all bad. I mean, a lot of the time, most of the time, I had fun with you.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It's weird leaving. I mean, I'm happy. I have my mom back, and they're getting remarried, and all that complaining I did about my family, I finally have it. But, I don't know. It just kind of feels like I'm losing something. I guess I'm just one of those people who's never satisfied.
Well, I don't know. You're one of those people that doesn't settle. But I think that's a good thing.
Thank you.
Hey, Lulu. I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you, too.
is no way I'm gonna let you get away with this.
I am not having this conversation with you again.
Like it or not, Lucky is the father of my child, and I'm always gonna have a place in his life.
Do you listen to anything he has to say? Lucky doesn't love you.
I understand that you hate me because I slept with Lucky, but I never thought you could really be this selfish. I mean, to deliberately keep a father away from his child?
Why should I believe that Alcazar would hire you?
Because I'm a cyber god. There's no system in the world I can't hack. Oh, and when Alcazar finds out about this, tall, blonde, and Breton in there is toast. But don't stress. I would never let Alcazar hurt a righteous babe like you.
This kid's wasting my time.
No. Please. Listen to me, please. I really need your help. Alcazar's working with my stepfather to frame me, okay?
Oh, that's unkind. Why don't I give you some websites on family dysfunction?
No, please, will you listen to me, please? This is not a joke. My stepfather is the DA. He wants custody of my little sister if my mother dies from cancer. I will be in prison. I will not be able to stop him from taking her.
It's so not cool. You're way too hot to be locked up for life.
Can you just tell us what you know?
Alcazar gets hostile when he's unhappy. It would get so thrashed if I punked out.
Come on, we can protect you.
Just tell us how you built the flash drive.
Trust me, dude, you so wouldn't understand. You're either blessed with the ability to hack or you're not.
You know what? This is not a game. This is not a joke. Lives are at stake here. My life is at...
Well, what reason could I possibly have for questioning you twice in one day?
Get creative. I'm sure you'll come up with
Look,
something.
I don't have time for your games, Alcazar. What's the problem?
Spinelli dropped out of sight. My men are searching, but there's no trace.
Do you think Jason has him?
Regardless, Spinelli knows too much, so issue an APB, put him on the city's most wanted list. I don't care what you do. Spinelli's the only one that can tie us both to the setup that framed Sam McCall. And if he talks your career, well, let's face it, your life is over.
What happened to your arm?
I got shot.
Gnarly. I mean, you're hot and you can take a bullet. Oh, it's just like Lara Croft Tomb Raider. I totally rock at that game, by the way.
Hey, shut up. Okay, listen to me. You need the rest.
I'm fine.
No,
I just got a little...
No. You get a fever. If you don't take it easy, I'm gonna have to take you to the hospital, and we can't risk that.
It sucks that you're faded. You know, maybe we can work something out after all.
How?
What? You ever seen that movie where the really hot chick sleeps with the old rich guy to get out of debt? What? I was just... What? Dude, I was just trying to help the lady out. God.
See this? Shut up. Shut up. Shut your mouth. Get in there.
The only hope we have to clear our name is that guy. This just keeps getting worse.
I'm gonna turn this around. I promise.
Well. Oh, Nicholas. Nicholas, why do you look so surprised? After all, it was you who had me institutionalized.
I didn't know they brought you here.
Well, actually, I have found my time at Shady Brook to be rather productive. And it appears to have been so for your mother. Well, Laura seems to be making remarkable progress.
You aren't to go near my mother.
Oh, Nicholas. Nicholas, let's not waste words on Laura. No, the real danger here is Luke. He cannot be trusted.
Luke would never hurt Laura.
Well, Luke has his own somewhat questionable standards about what benefits Laura. And he has been less than forthcoming about your mother's condition. Oh, let me guess. You didn't tell her.
She'll find out soon enough.
It is your obligation as Lulu's father to tell her the truth.
All I'm trying to do is give Laura one perfect day. Could you please cooperate?
Let me think about that. No, I'm not that generous.
can't just sneak off in the middle of the night like we're doing something wrong.
It wouldn't be like that. Look, when we get married, I want to look into your eyes. And I want to speak from my heart, okay? Without having to worry if Sonny is going to interrupt. Now, if we elope, we can do that. Okay? It'll be just between us. It'll be the commitment that we make to each other and no one else.
But it's not just a commitment that you're making to me. You have to make a commitment to my boys. I mean, Michael and Morgan, they have to be a part of this. Our relationship from the beginning.
Well, okay, I don't want them to feel left out. Let's bring them.
Well,
let's wake them up and let's go.
The boys. I want everyone that we care about to be there at our wedding. And honestly, I want Sonny to be there too.
No.
I do. You know why? Because I want him there. When I say my vows to you, because I want him to see how much I love you.
I've already accepted the fact that Sonny is going to be a part of your life because of the bond you share with the kids, okay? But now it's your turn to step up and show that our love is more important than whatever it is you think you need to prove to Sonny.
The last time you tested me, it almost cost us our relationship, and now you're doing it again?
Carly, I want to marry you, but the longer we put this wedding off, the greater the chances are of it never happening.
I can't just sneak off in the middle of the night, Jax.
I'm going to be at the airport tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. at my plane. If you show up, I'll get my pilot to take us anywhere in the world you want to go. And if you don't show up, then I will assume that the wedding is off.